Normally, it's about half an hour ago, I was staring out here from this gantry and thinking to myself, God, I'm not going to be able to see the teams because the sun is shining right in my face. Well, in the last 10 minutes, it really has taken a turn, the weather, which means we're going to have a very, very exciting game of rugby league tonight. This is Friday night rugby league here on North Manchester FM. Mayfield A. And joining me for this special commentary this evening, we're joined by, well, they don't last very long, my pundits. They come and go. But this one's been around, milling around in the background. It's, one of the best kickers in the amateur game. It is the...
They all tell me you mean to him, that's why they're not sticking around.
I'm such a nice chap to him and everything. I ease them in, you know. Anyway, so Friday Night Rugby League, it's it's near almost, whisper it quietly, a winner takes all affair tonight. It's two of the main title contenders going head to head this evening here at Eastlands. It's Manchester Rangers against Rochdale Mayfield A. This is the second last game of the season for both sides. There is Widnes Tiger. And we're now underway here with a kick downfield. We'll get to the teams in a second. And right away, an error has been forced by Rochdale Mayfield on Manchester Rangers straight from the kickoff. And it's going to be a knock-on and a head and feed for Rochdale Mayfield A, about 10 metres or so from the Manchester Rangers line. Matt, what do you think of that one?
I think that's one of the ones you can chalk down to the conditions, really. We struggle with kickoffs. I don't know what it is, but we always seem to struggle with kickoffs, and that's gone up and high. And in this rainy weather, he struggled to keep hold of it.
Absolutely, and I think that might be the order of the day today, with the conditions turning the way they have. Here's Mayfield now over on the right hand side. It's with Matty Chimes, who's over there. He's plays the ball, and now we're going through the middle. It's now with Chimes, who's brought down just in front of the sticks, the Manchester Rangers line. The defence holding strong at the moment. Ball up there.
Got numbers on our left here. If Rochdale spread the ball, they could catch us.
Out towards the right they go. And a hit over the dead ball line, and I think it's going to be a drop out from underneath the sticks.
It's a good kick that. He's nudged it into that area in behind our winger, and it's always a dangerous place. You get the opposition winger running onto the ball, and our winger stood still, so we'll have to watch that as the game goes on. We've got Dan Munt over on that wing, and he's about 6'12", so he should deal with
Rangers player, but it was a 20-metre restart instead for the Rangers, so a bit of respite there, and it's now Josh Hill charging through the middle, being held up there. So I'll give you the team for Manchester Rangers tonight. It's Tyrone Chipchase, Dan Munt, Matt Horsfall, Chris Bamber, Mitch Dempsey, Ben Steele, Jordan Green, Jack McCarthy, Connor Winfield, Ruben Holland, David Gooch, Adam Heel and Josh Hill. And we'll get to the interchanges in a second, and of course the Mayfield lineup. If you're listening from Mayfield, hello, welcome. And here are Rangers now with an early kick down to this right-hand side. It's well caught, though, there by Jordan Parr. Jordan Parr, the left winger for Mayfield, brought down 20 metres from his own try line. Again, here is Cameron Connolly.
Mayfield's face is not giving them any room. I mean, they've gone 3 tackles there and made probably 15 metres.
It's the right tactic as well, isn't it, to kick early and get them turning and maybe making a few handling mistakes.
Yeah, in these conditions, any tackle that you have is potentially a tackle where you're going to knock the ball on. So if you can get into good field position and then nudge your kick in behind your opposition, make them come away from the lines, they can make the errors then.
So 5th tackle is up, and Mayfield have only just got to the halfway line. A kick downfield by Connolly. High into the air it goes. Chipchase is under it. Chipchase, good hands from him. And he's going to go on one of his Tyrone Chipchase mazy runs. He's brought down.
It's a great take in the conditions. I mean, he's not known for his catching, his Tyrone, but he was under pressure from Rochdale's fullback there, Corey Newsham. So he's done well to take that in these conditions.
And just to give you the Mayfield lineup, Newsham, Gnarly, rush, and a play down injured.
Josh Hill. I mean, that'd be a massive blow for Manchester Rangers if he's injured early on. But he's as tough as old boots. That lad. He won't be going off the pitch. He's fired up for this game. That's for sure.
So we've been doing about 6 or 7 of these live commentaries now for. Certainly would be up there if we were to do a player of the season for
He's a brilliant player. He's deceptively strong. I mean, there's not much to him. He's not exactly a big lad, but he's got real good strength. I'm not sure what the ref's doing here. He keeps telling him to play the ball over and over again. But he's got real good strength, and he's got a good turn of pace. He's deceptively strong and deceptively quick. You give him a gap and he's gone. Simple as that.
Would you describe him as a classic loose forward in the way he plays?
Yeah, I would. I'd say he's a throwback to the old school classic loose forward. Nowadays, we see loose forwards tend to be an extra prop. The way the modern game's going, just throw an extra prop there and it gives you a bit of go forward. But when you go back to the classic loose forward, it's somebody who can take that grunt yards forwards, but also he can ball play, and that's vital. That's what
Rangers with a kick this time down towards the left-hand side, and Mayfield deal with it and bring the ball out 15 metres or so from their own try line now.
The Mayfield forwards look like they're struggling here. They're all walking back to the line. I mean, you can see there from Rangers.
Rangers were having it, weren't they?
Yeah, they're fired up for this. I mean, they're off.
As well, which
we have it's fancy tonight, Ben.
Yeah, the league. Wow.
Yeah,
we're on it.
It was with it being such a big game. We put a special. Usually don't have, like I say, touch judges at this level. We put a special request into the RFL if we could have some touch judges in the duly obliged.
My goodness!
Oh
that's
yes,
a handling error there.
Excellent.
From I think it was Ivan Higgs who dropped that ball.
Yayan.
You see, I don't do Welsh.
Yeah.
See, I've spelt it how I say it now.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, so Yayan Higgs, I mean, he's a familiar player for Rangers, actually. He used to play over at Rochdale Cobras, which is one of the other amateur sides up in Rochdale. So we've played against him 2 or 3 years back when we were in Division 4, which is the Cobras League. So we've played against him a few times. He's a real classy player. Well,
here's Josh Hill now over on the left-hand side, 40 metres from the Mayfield line.
Anyway. I think, you know, the power we've seen from Max Horsfall this year, I think he'd have been...
Midfield line, a kick and chase, over the top it goes. Who's under it? Well, there's that Manushan. Manushan brings that ball out and brought it down. But again, an early kick from Rangers there, this time from Jordan Green.
But then struggling getting out on yardage. At least half. I mean, that's a good yards there from Gaz Ellison.
Well, here's Mayfield now getting over to the right side, 40 metres from the Mayfield line, and the break.
Jordan Seller.
And here is number 7 over on the right side. There's an overlap there from Nula Matua, and he's over. I think he's just brought down. Good tackle there from Rangers over on that left hand side. And now Mayfield come through the middle. Go central, out to the left-hand side they go, and that's a handling error, but referee says it's gone backwards. That one didn't go backwards, though. Knock on given.
I think it's going to be a scrum to Mayfield here. I think Mayfield error has gone backwards, and then Mitch Dempsey sort of fell over his own feet trying to get to the ball and ended up knocking the ball on.
Well, we've got 8 minutes on the clock here. And a very beautiful evening. I mean, dramatic skyline tonight. Massive cloud. They're very, very impressive.
I think I did it in my geography A level, but I can't remember that.
Moody. This evening on a Friday night. Steps one way, steps another. That's Chimes there, brought down.
It's poor defence really there from Rangers. He shouldn't
and I think they've got numbers over on that right hand side, but is he going to get over that line? No, he just falls short there. That's Cameron Connolly for Mayfield. Oh, and that's a handling error from Mayfield and a knock on given. And Rangers were a bit short over on that left hand side there, but Mayfield never capitalised.
I think one of the sort of structures of defence that we have in rugby league is what we call a slide defence, and by that you're stacking tight, and then you trust your inside man's going to push over with you. So when that inside man pushes over with you, eventually your numbers come across, and if our men are trusted in their inside man, that's what we're looking to do there.
So it's going to be a feed for Manchester Rangers, 10 metres or so from their own try line. We're still slightly flustered here in the commentary position because we're a bit late coming on air, but we're getting the hang of it tonight. Friday Night Rugby League here on North Manchester FM. Big decider and a needless error there. And again, how they don't rugby league, but the forwards were pushing, weren't they?
Well, he's trying to pick the ball up because he's got his 2 second row sitting on his head, and he's knocked the ball on eventually. So that's a bad.
The advantage here, Mayfield certainly, and it's with Connolly now over on the right hand side. Decides to come more central though with the ball. He's held up 10 metres or so from the Rangers line. 10 times here at Eastlands. Here's Chella. Chella goes one way, goes another. He's a big lad. There's about 6 or 7 Manchester Rangers shirts trying to keep him away from the try line. Oh, and another handling error there.
Yeah, refs give it.
And I think this is going to be the order of the evening. We touched upon it earlier. He chucked it down just before.
For 3 or 4. We've defended them well. I don't think Mayfield have really looked like scoring at any point. So if we keep that defence up, we'll not be far off. Jordan Chella, the number 10s, looks strong, and he's going to be one to watch in the game going forward.
So this time a much better scrum for Manchester Rangers. Rangers now in possession. 1 tackle on the board. Get good defence though from Mayfield. And we've got to remember Mayfield, a proud amateur club in the region.
One of the best in the country.
And here's
gap, Josh. He sometimes crabs across the defence looking for that edge where you've got a lazy defender who's switched off a bit further out.
Well, here's Rangers now on the attack from dummy half, brought down there. Again, trying to get themselves out of their own area, and an early kick downfield comes, and it's Jordan Parr who's under it. Good hands there, picks up the ball just inside Mayfield's half, brought down just on the halfway line. 12 minutes gone here at the regional arena. 0-0 if you're just joining us. And here is Mayfield now. Out to the right-hand side they go with the number 20. That's Gaz Ellison for Rochdale Mayfield. Take the ball and come out towards the left. Who's brought down 30 metres from the Rangers line now. From Mayfield.
There's one more pass on that.
It's good hands there from Dan Munt.
That's held as soon as. So we had a bit of a rugby union maul going on there, but we can't do that in rugby league. So
and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't want any of that tricking and nonsense.
So a number of Rochdale players jumped in and tried to push Dan Munt back towards his own line, but Tyrone Chipchase from Rangers got in and helped Dan Munt out. As soon as a Rangers player gets in, Mayfield have to stop the push. Then,
of course, Dan Munt goes down. To the game. And he starts tonight at right wing. But
Steve Malloy won't be happy with that. I can see him pacing up and down the sideline. Jack McCarthy, off that tap from the penalty, has took the ball in all on his own. He likes Rangers to play with numbers, always have support, and when you're on your own, you just get 4.
So Mayfield has had more possession in Rangers half, but it
That looks like a
penalty.
A penalty, yeah. It's a strip against Mayfield. Connor Winfield's just been dancing about. A couple of Mayfield players have gone in and oh no, he's given a penalty to Mayfield.
To be fair, he was pointing Rangers' way
Yeah.
and then changed his mind. So
that's criminal, absolutely criminal. To give a penalty away when you've just defended 4 sets on your own line when you've got the ball is unacceptable. Really.
And it's a good kick there from Cameron Connolly. Made a lot of meters from that penalty of Mayfield here.
And we've gone from attacking position now into defending again, which is where we've been for the past sort of 5 minutes.
Rangers have had, and there's not really been opportunities to pressurise Mayfield. But here is Mayfield now over on the right hand side. It's with Matty Chimes, who's brought down. Mayfield.
Put numbers in on him.
7 metres or so from the Rangers line. Here is Mayfield. Mayfield now going left. Rolls along the deck, but it's not a knock on, and it's with Jordan Parr. Jordan Parr, he's tackled. Referee says fresh set, and away we go with Manchester Rangers with possession.
Yeah, Mitch Dempsey with a great tackle there, and he's pushed. Going has tried to throw the ball away, but it's just gone straight into Rangers' Chris Bamber's hands.
Well, here's Rangers now charging through the middle, brought down.
Big Steve Jones is on now. I think it's a first for a North Manchester commentary for him. He's a big player. He's very strong.
What's his history? Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, we've got an attack over on the left-hand side. It's Dan Munt. Dan Munt. Oh, he tried to do a nice little offload pass as he was being tackled there, but the ball isn't in the mood for that kind of flashness at this stage.
I don't think it needed. It's hard to criticise in that situation because you're trying to score a try, but I think it was the third or fourth tackle. Rangers have been better suited just to Dan Munt to take that ball in, take the tackle, and then we get the ball into Mayfield's half and make them come out. As it is, Mayfield get the ball nearly on halfway and they're coming at us again. Steve Jones, history.
Yeah.
I think originally a Union player, as a lot of the players in Manchester are. He came over to us last year, played a few second team games, worked his way up into the first team, and he's had quite a few games for us this year. He's been well. He's gone well for us. He's just a strong runner of the ball and a strong tackler. Exactly what you want from your prop forwards.
Well, it's a herd and feed for Mayfield, 30 metres from their own try line. They bring the ball out, tackled, just getting towards 40 metres. Mayfield now stepping one way, stepping another. Just at the halfway line, and at the moment it's So you don't like it on Friday Night Rugby League since we've been doing it?
No, it's nip and tuck. It's what we call the arm wrestling rugby league. It's the early. Both teams are trying to get advantage early on, and it's very much a forward battle at the moment.
Down from the Rangers line. Here's that man Connolly again with a kick out to the right. Oh, that's lovely play there by Mayfield. Can they?
Kick. I think it's Cameron Connolly who's been putting those dangerous kicks in, and he's going to be one that we're going to have to watch. Those kicks are deadly. He got that in a perfect position, and there was no Rangers players anywhere near it. If it wasn't for some good last.
Well, he's now from dummy half trying to get a cheeky run going down the left-hand side, but he's
forwards. It's been a real tough 10-15 minutes for the forwards.
It really has.
The problem there is limping off the pitch.
And of course, Tyrone Parsonage, friend of the show.
Indeed.
I can't remember what match it was. They all merge into one now.
I think
he's
I think he's done a couple, maybe Charlie Pan.
Yeah. We had a lovely afternoon together. Can't believe he shunned me to be one of the interchanges tonight.
He's a fantastic lad, and he's got an amazing story as well. I don't know if we've told it on North Manchester, but last year his heart stopped for 7 or 8 seconds. So he's gone through a real tough 12 months really, and he's just got back playing after being cleared by the doctors. He's got a pacemaker fitted, so he was itching to go. He's in the best shape he's ever been in really. and he's come back and he's been outstanding.
Good run there from Winfield, getting it towards 5 metres from the Mayfield line. First opportunity really for Manchester Rangers. 2 metres now from the Mayfield line. Quick as you like. Here they come now, trying to build something over on the left-hand side. Here's absolute brilliant stuff there from that man. Have broken the deadlock. Excellent play there from a combination of Manchester Rangers out on the left-hand side. But as soon as the ball gets to Tyrone Chipchase, he kind of injects a lot of life into it. And suddenly he goes one way, goes another, decides to do a twirl, and then he gets himself over the line. 4 points to 0. And to be honest with you, Rochdale Mayfield 8 have had in the Rangers half in this first. To the tally, it's just to the left of the sticks. But in these conditions, easily missable. But Jordan Green with an opportunity. Jordan Green kicks. Puts it straight through the middle. 6 points to 0. 20 minutes gone here. You're listening to the Friday Night Rugby League. Manchester Rangers 6, Rochdale Mayfield 8-0. I hope you're having a lovely evening listening to Friday Night Rugby League here on North Manchester FM. Playoffs are coming along. I'm not sure any of the fixtures will be on a Friday night. So let the station know whether you'd like to see this next season. I've certainly enjoyed myself. So let the station know. But Manchester Rangers there with a crucial try. And just to add the importance of this game, just in case we've not really clarified it, this is a really big title decider. One of them certainly with 2 games left to play of the season.
And we had a set play on. We could see our shape. The ball's gone to Ben Steele. They've rushed out very well. He stepped inside and found Tyrone Chipchase coming onto the ball, and he's just done what Tyrone does, and he's evaded the defence and gone over for a try.
It was smash and grab, really, considering the 20 minutes that we've just had where Mayfield have been.
Yeah. Success we got, so hopefully it continues in that way.
The ball is dropped, but the referee's given a penalty to Manchester Rangers. It's 20 metres or so from their own line.
I think he's doing a little dance there, the referee. I'm not sure, maybe pulling on the legs, but
so you put this request in to the officials?
Yeah, effectively, yeah. And
good.
it looks like he sent us some dancing officials instead.
Those are the views of Matt Valentine, not the club or the radio station you're listening to.
Yep.
Anyway. Over on the lead. Rangers now, can they get another try? It'd be an amazing set of 5 minutes in this important game here in the North West Regional League Division 2.
I think if we can come...
And Rangers now in towards 80 metres or so, 50 metres. And the ball is dropped. What's the referee going to do? He just said play on. And Mayfield now with the ball with Jack Rush, the loose forward for Rochdale Mayfield, bringing the ball to 30 metres. Out towards the right-hand side with Chimes. Out he goes. He's brought down just towards 35 metres or so from the Mayfield line. Try my best.
Now we're tour.
There you go. Every time he gets the ball, you just commentate on it, will you? Thank you.
Deal.
I don't watch enough NRL. I've only just got free sports, so as soon as I've got into it, then we'll be off and running.
Absolutely.
Speaking of off and running, here's Mayfield's number 6. It's getting towards 30 metres from the. Connor then decides to pass it out left, and I think I think the guy on that right-hand side there for Mayfield was a bit surprised and dropped it as a result.
It's a difficult ball to take in these conditions. He's fired it a good 20, 25 yards there at him, and he's just bounced off his chest. I think looks like Mayfield have made a couple of changes now with Mark Biggins and Sean Mulcahy coming on for Jordan Seller and Gaz Ellison. So it'll be interesting to see what effect that has on their go forward, because those two, Gaz Ellison and Jordan Seller, they were really getting some good yards for Mayfield.
Well, Rangers now on the ball, tackled 30 metres from their own line. Rangers now, an attempted. Yeah, the referee wasn't happy with that. Referee's miming a good old-fashioned shoulder charge, and that's what it was. Is that naughty in rugby league?
It is now. I'm not necessarily in agreement.
You can't really do Ultimate Warrior finishing moves anymore, can you?
No. Go back 5 years, and the shoulder charge was legal, I think, and. But it's what we come to watch. It's entertaining.
For more late 1980s WWF wrestling, let me know. I can help you out.
I mean, we've got a packed crowd here tonight, and it's absolutely booming. I've never heard Regional Arena this loud, to be honest with you. There's a real
about 100, I'd say here.
There's more than that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, there's probably 150, I'd say, in here tonight. It's a good turnout because we go 100 in that stand, and then we've overfilled a little bit. So. A bit now.
FM tonight, Friday Night Rugby League here on 106.6 FM. Myself, Ben Hughes here, commentating with the delightful Matt Valentine.
I can see a couple of the Bellevue Bees under-13s sitting in the crowd down there. They're a junior side that we've recently set up in the city, and they're doing really well. We've got their own cup final in a couple of weeks in their first year, so that's absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant stuff. And that is Ruben Holland there. Eastlands now from the green there, passing the ball to from the line.
Need to quick play the ball and to attack that left hand side
and
now.
They are attacking that left hand side. And brought down 8 metres from the Mayfield line. Right, Ruben Holland.
David Gooch sort of overran the ball there. It snuffed out any opportunity.
A kick forward here. Oh, it's bouncing all over the place, but it's well, it's the rain. It is absolute. Catch on.
I'm glad I'm not playing, that's for sure.
Well, it's been a battle with this opening half an hour or so, and the weather's certainly going to be adding to that feel, as it really is bucking it down now.
This is some of the hardest rain I've seen for a while. This isn't helping either. I mean, when you've got rain like this and an opposition team in their own half, we've just given away a penalty for offside, and that's not what you want to be doing.
And at this point, I'd like to
like I say, if I was on the field or on the coaching staff today, I'd be over there in the rain. So I'm glad I'm up here with you, Ben. It's quite warm up here as well, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got Stu here as well, who's doing all the camera work this evening. Highlights of this match will be available, of course, on Manchester Rangers YouTube channel.
It's Rangers RLTV.
There we go. And here is Mayfield now. This rain is absolutely something else entirely. And well, if it was football, it'd probably be called off now, but rugby league players are made of sterner stuff, and here is Mayfield now. 5 metres or so from the Rangers line. Mayfield heading out towards the left-hand side. There's a run here from Rush. He's charging forward, but he's held up. Good defence there from Rangers.
There's a Rangers player down here, so we're going to stop play. Matt Lear, the Rangers physio, reluctantly comes out of his shelter from the dugout to go over to Connor Winfield and see what's wrong with him.
Well, I'm a bit surprised. I have to. Interchanges. They're huddling in the dugout there like some form of penguin troop. That's the only thing I can describe it. It's
I think that, to be honest with you.
A player down injured, that's why we've got a stoppage here. When we get this back underway, it's going to be Rochdale Mayfield with the play of the ball about 3 or 4 metres from the. Oh, it's so calm all of a sudden. It's still raining, but it's like a swimming pool here all of a sudden.
I think on a normal night we'd be calling this heavy rain, but this is drizzle compared to what we've had.
So we're about to get back underway here with Mayfield. They decide to go right this time through the middle. Here's Connolly with the ball brought down.
Looks like Connor Winfield's come off the pitch, so I imagine the trying to see who's come on for him.
Oh, there's a kick forward there, and Mayfield are going to score. A clever bit of play there from Ian Higgs to get that first try. Punned up for him, he kicked it through, and it could have been Higgs or it could have been Ellison who got there, but in the end it was Higgs. And Rochdale Mayfield have got themselves back in this game with that try there. 6 points to 4, 30 minutes gone here at the regional arena at Eastlands. You're listening to Friday Night Rugby League here on North Manchester FM 106.6 FM. Proper 4-pointer here. Manchester Rangers 6, Rochdale Mayfield 4, and a kick still to come, and it's going to be Cole Connolly to take this kick for Rochdale Mayfield A. Just to give you the league table just before we get to this game, currently Rochdale Mayfield A are leading the league on points difference. They're on 22 points. Widnes Tigers, they're the wild card in all this. They're currently second, but they played a game more than everyone else, 22 points. And Manchester Rangers in third, only on points difference, 22 points with that game in hand as well. As regional arena. 106.6 FM. So, to say that try has been coming would be a bit of an understatement. It has been coming, but the biggest surprise.
The adapters to go from a kick in the end. So I don't think we'll be too disappointed with that. I think it's important now that we get back into this game and be the next ones to score. Well,
they were going for a special kick there, I think, and because Tyrone Chipchase started that run forward, but he couldn't quite get that kick from Jordan Green, and Mayfield pick up the ball 20 metres in the middle from their own try line. It's with the number 18, and that's Kershaw. He's brought down 30 metres from Mayfield's line, and a willing runner here from Biggie. They're making the meters up now, and an early kick down towards the left-hand side. They saw an opening, they went for the kick, and
it's a great kick from Ian Higgs. I mean, we talk about controlling a game in rugby league, and that's you. He's just nudged that about 20-30 metres away from the Rangers line over the side. It gives Mayfield a bit of a breather before this defensive set, and makes Rangers come away. One thing we've got to watch here is that shove, the last scrum, if we remember. Mayfield pushed and Josh Hill ended up knocking on at the base of the scrum, so we need to make sure that our forwards are locking in and really being tight there.
We saw all kinds of fun and games, didn't we, with Wigan St Jude? Here is Rangers now. They get the ball out, and it's with Tyrone Chipchase heading out to the left-hand side.
This is the same as Wigan St Jude, and we run them over the lines of the scrums trying to get Damwell on that edge in a way, but Rochdale have just covered it across.
He's brought down, and Rangers now going through the middle this time. Brought down, just about getting towards the halfway line.
Looks like Gaz Ellison's back on the pitch. He's had a short rest and then he's straight back on there.
Josh Hill from dummy half, moving forward, getting it to 40 metres from the Mayfield line now. Brought down, just over on the left-hand side.
So it looks like with Connor Winfield going off injured, Josh Hill stepped into hooker. and Steve Malloy's gone with the more modern day approach of having a third prop at loose forward.
Well, Rangers again, they're going out towards the left. Obviously they scored a try going down that avenue earlier.
It's last tackle now.
Hurried picked up well.
Oh, he was offside though, Chris Bamber. That comes from the poor structure there. Chris Bamber started.
You could tell
his
Bamber
chase,
knew that as well, didn't you?
Chris Bamber, he started his chase there early on, expecting the kick to come from the first receiver, and because it's been passed to Jack McCarthy on the last tackle, he's ended up overrunning it and being offside. That's really got to go down to Josh Hill being a bit smarter, playing with his eyes up and seeing that it's the last tackle, and he needs to get that.
So it's going to be, just before the halfway line for Mayfield. And off they come with that man Ellinson again. The battering ran for Mayfield, getting towards the halfway line now for. Brought down 40 metres from the Rangers line. Go on, Matt, you were going to say something then, weren't you?
No, yeah, nope. This is probably the biggest set of the game so far, this now. Mayfield has started it in neutral territory, which is the middle of the pitch. And if they can get a roll on and start an attack here, it'll put Rangers under a lot of pressure, whereas we should really be back in that arm wrestle as we spoke about earlier.
Another drop of the ball there, but it went backwards according to the referee, and a kick forward. Restart for Manchester Rangers.
It's really well watched by Tyrone. He's stood next to the ball, so if the ball takes any funny bounces and skips up, he's got it covered, but eventually it rolled dead because the kick was far too heavy from Mayfield. Tyrone Parsonage.
See, the problem we have in the first half, dear listener, for those people who are new to North Manchester FM's Friday night. I'm basically.
That's a very, very relieving penalty for Manchester Rangers. Mayfield had the tails up there. They've just given an offside against Mayfield. They're a bit too quick out of the blocks.
Should credit the ground staff at the regional arena as well. It has been chucking it down, but this pitch, you'd think it'd be like Bower Fold, wouldn't you, or something like that? But it really has held up really, really well.
It's pristine. It's pristine. The pitch, we're very lucky to have this pitch here. The groundskeepers do a brilliant job on it, and come rain or shine, it's always good, I think. Now, those areas that were waterlogged, there's not even a slight puddle.
It's Rangers now his arm below shoulder. Oh, and a drop of the ball there. And Rangers had an ideal opportunity. But, well, we've mentioned the conditions and the slippiness of the ball.
I think Jordan Green was thinking about what he was going to do before he passed the ball. To do that in these conditions.
That's the life of a scrum half, though, isn't it? They're always trying to.
You've got to be 2 plays ahead.
So it's going to be a scrum to Rochdale, Mayfield A.
Jordan's getting old now. Perhaps his brain's not keeping up.
Don't say that. He'll listen back to this, and he might well up. 12 metres from the Mayfield line. Good tackle there from Manchester Rangers. Mayfield now trying to work the way out. Straight through the middle again with that man, Rob Kershaw. A couple of passes there which nearly will look forward. But it's Mayfield still with the ball. Heading out this time. In the middle they go. Goes well.
They're very much playing at the line here, Mayfield. They're taking the ball right to the Rangers line before they're passing the ball, and that's making it difficult for the Rangers defence.
For Mayfield. Right, and now kick it nasty. High in the air. There's spin on that ball and all sorts of stuff. It's difficult to handle. Knock on and then another knock on, but I think the referee is going to go back to the original drop of the ball there from Mitch Dempsey.
It's a what we call a spiral bomb. The ball goes up with a lot of spin on it, and it drifts around from. Unfortunately, Mitch Dempsey just got it wrong.
It's a class kick, isn't it?
It is. That's not an error from Mitch Dempsey. That's one in the column for Rochdale Mayfield. They forced that. It's not unforced.
Well, just to give you a weather update, it stopped raining, but the clouds over at the city centre. Oh, and here is. Oh, he dropped the ball. I think he said it's forward anyway. Or what's he given?
I'm not sure. He's got the ball.
Very moody. Very moody.
They've gone a bit darker now as well, haven't they? I've just noticed one of the posts is in upside down as well.
It's in upside down?
Yeah, so you can see the black.
Is that going to make tonight's result null and void?
No.
Okay. Commentary out just in case. Right, it's a feed for Manchester Rangers, 20 metres from their own line. Ooh. Taken and an early kick there. And it's picked up and dropped. And, Mayfield now get the ball back 30 metres from the Rangers line. What did you make of that then? It was a strange bit of play, wasn't it?
I can see the idea.
Well, we are heading up to half time. There's only 10 seconds left.
Then I let him off whilst it was the last play of the half.
Well, that is the last play of the half. Half time here at the regional arena, 6 points apiece. And we're going to
not going to be much to choose between the two teams. I can't see either team getting ahead. It was like this when we played them at their place. I think it was 6 half-time, same score. Rochdale Mayfield ended up winning 14-6, so hopefully it's not a repeat of that.
One of the things we have to remember, despite how good Manchester Rangers have been for the majority, it's the coaching method, the setup. It's nearly professional, isn't it? Up at Castleton. Well, here is Chip Chase now getting the ball, and he's brought down 12 metres from the Rangers line.
I think that there should have been a penalty for obstruction there.
Obviously, having his oranges and cup of tea at half time. And here is Rangers now, getting it to 25 metres with Dan Munt. Dan Munt brought. And he says the tackle was shoulder height there from the Mayfield player.
It's Mark Biggins with the tackle. It's a great tackle. It's not easy to stop Jack McCarthy when he gets up that head of pace. And then Jordan Green with a beautiful kick down into the bottom corner of the pitch.
Right in the corner, and it's not going to go out of play. It holds up.
That's fantastic. That's one of those things that can really change the momentum of a game. We were pinned here. Rochdale Mayfield had a great defensive set, and Jordan's just got us out of jail.
Absolutely. A fine kick from Jordan Green there. And now Mayfield 10 metres from their own try line. Just like that, the game is turned. Mayfield trying to bring the ball out. They have been good at this, though, in the last 40 minutes of this game. And out towards the right-hand side. Nearly dropped, but keeps the ball, and now charging. Radio listener doesn't know. I could have got that right. And here is Rob Kerr. Here's Mayfield now. They've got a break going on here. Through the middle they go. Is he going to get over that line? He tries to reach. Defense. Good defence from Rangers. But Mayfield in the ascendancy here. Passes a high one over the head. And, Rangers can kick this.
Play on.
Oh, I thought they were going to... having a penalty to offside. Mayfield. So what do you reckon to that then? It was a bit fortunate. It was a break there from Connolly.
He's a good player and he's made a little break there. He's got through the defensive line, but I think Josh Hill's trapped back and Tyrone Chip Chase has come in with him as well, and they've both come together and really done well to stop him from scoring there. On the next set, I think there's a bit of panic in the Rangers camp, and they've come out, tried to chase the ball down, and it's offside. And this is actually a miracle. To nudge 8-6, and Cole Connolly's a very proficient kicker. I can't see him missing this one.
So we're talking 22 metres or so from the Rangers line. nearly centre, and from this penalty, Mayfield have decided to go for the 2 points. So here is and well, 6 points to 8 now. A kick there successfully converted from Cole Connolly, and well, in such a tight game of rugby, those margins, that 2 points is going to be crucial, you'd imagine, come 80 minutes. Well, it's going to be Manchester Rangers to get this game back underway with a kick from Jordan Green. I was saying it's such a tight game. A 2 points like that, Matt, it could be crucial at the end.
Yeah, it will. So 2 points can make the difference.
Well, Mayfield now have the ball 20 metres from their own line, out on the right hand side. Held up just before getting to 30 metres. Here's Mayfield now. Through the centre they go. Oh, and the ball is dropped. Referees. From Chip Chase, if he can get that ball, he had to check his run though, but he's still going. Out on the right hand side, good tackle. Good recovery tackle there from Mayfield, and good stuff from Chip Chase, but he did have to check his run slightly. But here is Rangers now on the attack over on that right hand side.
Adam Lacey with a strong run forward. He's another with the first. I think this is his first home game.
Bit too keen to get that ball.
I think they've seen Adam Lacey coming in as a big unit, so they've wanted to get ahead of steam up to try and stop him from running over the top of him.
Well, Rangers have gone for a tap, and they're charging for the line, but held up.
Adam Lacey is coming off the pitch now, replaced by Adam Hill.
And
I'm not sure. Knock on.
Just a quick question: when that penalty was given there, could he have gone for a kick? Or is it not the right angle?
He could have gone for a kick. Jordan's a decent kicker.
Would have been a bit ambitious though on that from that angle.
I'd have gone for it personally.
There's a game, wasn't there? I think the A side where you did a lot of kicking.
I think it was. Yeah,
it's impressive.
I'm not the best kicker, but I can knock them over now and again.
Were they all central? Was that it?
There's a couple from wide.
Well, it's Mayfield.
Maybe 6 or 7 from under the sticks.
Mayfield now with possession, out on this right hand side with Kona. That's what I'm doing now, you see.
Yeah, just say his first name.
Yeah. It's a 40-metre line. It's a very, very close match, this one, as you'd imagine, with two of the title favourites here, with 2 games left to play in the league season, including this one.
Steve Jones had a little slip there. It looks like he was doing a Klinsman across the pitch. He's obviously not got his right studs on.
And he's giving a penalty to Rochdale Mayfield, and you can hear there is a number here from Mayfield.
Yeah, they're just up the road. They're probably our nearest rivals, I think.
Just remind him that should be less partisan, because obviously North Man. And it was a good attempt there from Dan Munt to keep it in, but it was just over his head. And well,
like I said, Dan Munt's got some resemblance of a giraffe over on this left wing for Rangers, so you need to get it very clear to get it over his head.
Yeah, no rush, which is their right. We've got 8 minutes gone here in the second half.
Oh, that's a bit of a breeze.
8-6 currently to Rochdale Mayfield in this important match in the league campaign.
If you look how Mayfield are set here, I think they'll go here, and I won't be. They would have wanted to with fence. So Chris Bamber and Adam Hills drove them back, about 15 metres there. So now all of Mayfield's plans to attack will be reset, and they'll take another couple of settlers forward.
Brought down, this is Mayfield now. They're 18 metres from the Rangers line. They go out left. Brought down.
Here's Mayfield's structure now, so we can see Mayfield lining up for a spread play. They've gone blind though.
They've gone left to that touchline over there. Comes one way, comes another, comes in more infield again.
It's last tackle now. We'll see another one of them kicks from Cameron Connolly, I think, put on right on Dan Munt's head.
They're going out right. And now a kick through. And who's there? Well, it's Taro. Be a dropout underneath the sticks, isn't it?
Yeah, repeat sets are so dangerous in rugby league. The defending's what takes out you more than anything. That's what drains your energy level. So we've just gone a full set on our line. We've now got to kick the ball back to Rochdale Mayfield as a dropout, and
well, the ball's gone.
We'll get another one.
I think the ball is on a tram roof heading to Altrincham.
It's just behind the banners. I don't think they can quite see it. 1 second, I'll just tell him where it is.
Good interaction there with the winger for Manchester Rangers.
Oh dear.
Well, that's why I thought, don't the backs have a responsibility to be good at kicking, even if it's like, just proficient?
Maybe. No comment. So we went from having no ball to 3 balls all at the same time.
Well, there we go. It's good effort, everyone. Good effort all round. Kick from underneath the sticks, and now Mayfield can charge it in. Through the middle they go. Get into 30 metres, just like that.
I think Ruben Holland had an opportunity to put a big hit on there, and he's missed. He'll be disappointed with that, Rubes.
And again, another run charge through the middle there for Mayfield. Getting it to 12 metres now. You can... Rangers, commentators curse there.
That's very, very fortunate for Rangers. Rochdale were really getting the tails up. It looked like there was a break in the Rangers' defence coming. We defended so well throughout the game. Eventually, you're going to slip up, but a wild pass over the top of the on-running centre has ended up in touch, and Manchester Rangers will have a scrum on their own 10 coming away.
Just to let you know, you are listening to North Manchester FM. We're on air till match scene of football, or as Matt calls it, soccer. Soccer. I feel
I don't call it anything.
Association football. There we go. Sorted. So that's MFL Weekly coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. So keep it North Manchester FM. It's a scrum to Manchester Rangers, 10 metres from their own try line, being brought out here. Rangers really need to get themselves into Mayfield's half, don't they, at the moment? And this Josh Hill brought down.
He's got a brutal handoff, Josh Hill. He very, very often gets rid of that first defender by making him fall over.
Here's Winfield now. He's been tackled 22 metres from the Rangers line. Again, they need to get themselves out of Rangers half here.
Oh, that could be an obstruction. Nope. There's a grapple tackle there. He's round his neck.
He's not spotted by the referee. And
eventually we've got a penalty there. Yeah. Not to be mistaken for a high tackle, which is an impact tackle. Grapples are done as a wrestle within the tackle.
It's like a headlock, and the other one's like a clothesline. Exactly.
Great one there. Yeah. So a high tackle's like a clothesline, and a grapple's like a headlock.
Again, we've had Ultimate Warrior references, and now we've got clotheslines. That's fine.
Synonymous with rugby league clotheslines back in the old days, but we don't see too many of them nowadays.
Just like the teeth of the victims of high tackles. Anyway, so it's Rangers now in Mayfield's half for once. Can they build something here? Through the middle they go. It's with David Gooch. He's tackled. Getting towards 10 metres from the Mayfield line. Out towards the left-hand side. Here's Mayfield. There's an overlap there from Dan Munt. And the
new set. So what's going on? The touch judge and the ref are
having a chat.
I think they.
I don't think Dan got it in the corner, did he?
No, it wasn't a try. Just balls come loose in the tackle with Matt. At the time, Rangers got a new penalty.
So a golden opportunity here for Rangers to. Hopefully, if you're listening from a Rangers perspective, of course. Here is Rangers now, 2 metres from the line. It goes for, and well, that defence there from Rochdale Mayfield is in no mood for that kind of behaviour. And out towards the left.
It's going to give that to Mayfield ball. Yeah.
Well, it was all very crowded over there, wasn't it?
Connor Winfield scooted there on the second tackle, and there was nothing really for him to go at, and that's just completely destroyed the structure that we had in place. So I think that's one for Connor to have a look at and just think. Yeah, I think so. It's the play earlier. It's not the ball that's gone out on this that tackle. What's killed us is the play earlier with the scoot. That should have been released out to the backs at that point, and once that was scooted.
It's I'm forward, but he's tackled that man over there. Apologies for not getting his number. And here is Mayfield now over on that left-hand side. Again, they get towards 40 metres. They just drive it a lot more effectively, don't they, Mayfield, at the moment?
There look to be a bigger set from where I'm sat. I think one thing that we do have on... Oh, there's a knock on there. So one thing that we do have on Mayfield is the pace. So I don't think they're going to catch us out wide. We've got Mitch Dempsey and Dan Munt on the wings, and they're both lightning. Tyrone Chip Chase across the back. But Mayfield are looking to be much stronger in the middle and making them yards.
And one thing we've seen from Rangers throughout this season is the fitness. It does tell towards the end. I don't think you're going to get that from Mayfield, though.
No, they've got to go tiring side.
Yeah, and I'm saying that. Someone's got cramp at the moment in a white jersey. So.
He's been suffering from cramp for the past few weeks, Josh Hill, so maybe he needs to get a bit more salt in his diet.
Chips.
Oh, I'm not sure we can prescribe chips to these rugby league players, although most of them will probably the body weight in chips.
So a breaking play here. This is Friday night. Mayfield A8.
So we've got Jared Cheer entering the field of play now. Looks like Max Horsfall's been moved into the second row from centre, and Jared Cheer's come on at left centre.
We're 16 minutes into the second half here in this very, very important match in Division 2 of the North West League.
I think those 2 points from Mayfield, with each minute that ticks on, are getting more and more crucial. It'll be a tight game. Josh Hill seems to have recovered from his cramp now. Maybe got a bit of Diorolite into him, and he's back up on his feet.
So here's Rangers now on the ball with Chip Chase. Chip Chase heading out to his left-hand side, crosses the halfway line, goes that way, goes infield though, still going. I love watching time on Chip Chase. You just don't know what's going to happen next.
I don't know what's going to happen next most of the time.
He's an artist. Here's Josh Hill. Josh Hill now. Out towards the left he goes. He's tackled though, gets it to 40 metres. Good running there from Josh Hill. Loose forward for Manchester Rangers. Now with Chia.
I think Rochdale have really marshalled sort of our big three run as well. Jack McCarthy, Josh Hill and Tyrone Chip Chase are the ones who you look to be making them breaks. Jack McCarthy, the big powerful forward, and then Josh Hill. Obviously we spoke about him earlier in earlier in the show, and Tyrone Chip Chase with his pace, but none of them have really had a sniff. Tyrone's got his
he decides to come with that run there. Really surprised Mayfield with that break. There.
So Ruben Owens timed his chase perfectly there. Owens clattered in, took him over his own line and forced to drop out, as we said earlier when the fence does crack. So hopefully there's no errors from Rangers here, as we've seen it.
Sticks, and it's a kick forward and controlled there by Ruben Holland.
Big Man City fan, Rube Holland, and he's just controlled that ball like Aguero and picked it up and gone away.
We're starting to warm to him, but anyway. Here's Rangers now coming out to his left-hand side, grabbed by the collar and dragged back there, 30 metres from the Mayfield line. Here's Rangers now. Better stuff from Rangers, putting the pressure on. It's Horsfall.
Oh, if he hadn't a trip there, he would have created some danger, Max Horsfall.
So 20 metres. Green, it's bouncing all over the place. Is it being picked up well by the Mayfield defence?
So we've got another repeat set. I mean, it's an early kick there. So I think it was. Something Chris Bamber has turned it into a good kick and funneled Mayfield.
Ratzing up 10 minutes ago, weren't they, at this end of the pitch?
Yeah.
Manchester Rangers now have turned the tables.
Yeah, we're starting to see a few. And that's when we'll get a bit of success when they tire.
Another kick out here for Mayfield.
I think someone from Mayfield went to put a shot on Ruben there and they just ended up running straight past him.
Good effort though. Anyway, here is Rangers, 20 metres or so from the Mayfield line, over on that right hand side.
Chris Bamber with a good carry, just taking the pressure off his forwards, and we'll see a bit of a spread play on here now.
Yeah, they're going out towards the left hand side. You could feel it brewing, but there's Horsfall tackled.
I think it's the wrong option there from Ben Steele. On that play, you've got one out the back and one at the front, but I think it should have gone out the back to Tyrone.
And well, Rangers now trying to drive it through the middle. Tackled 10 metres from the Mayfield line. Fifth tackle is up. Over on the left hand side they go. Here's Chip Chase. Chase dances through. He's charging over the line. He scored. Is the referee going to give it? We're still waiting for confirmation. He has given it. A superb try once again from Tyrone Chip Chase. And well, Manchester Rangers have really turned the tables in the last 10 minutes or so, and that is a crucial score there for Manchester Rangers. Takes the score to 10 points to 8 in favour of the Rangers there. And how important that try going to be? There's a kick to come as well. It's a difficult one though. It's right in the corner for Jordan Green. He's going to have to take it right on the touchline. And well, with 20 minutes still left to play here, Rugby League here off M. Hope you're having a lovely Friday evening here. It's raining, so you might as well stick with us. And it's going to be a kick to come for Man. Really help if this. But as I said, it is a difficult kick out on this left-hand touchline. And it comes the kick. Misty just glances along in front of the ball from Tyrone Chip Chase in the second of the evening for Manchester Rangers. They really had turned the tables in the last 10 minutes, started to put the pressure on Mayfield. And PA night as well, but what do you make of that? That was superb stuff there from Chip Chase, classic Tyrone.
Yeah, we've said it a couple of times that Rangers have gone up the middle when really we should be finding that edge. We've got them for pace on the edges. The one time we do go out the back, typical Tyrone. Really, he's done really well. Player on the team who'd have scored that, to be honest with you. So he's done well to score that, Tyrone, and gives Rangers a slender 2-point lead now.
But it means that Mayfield can't really be going for kicks anytime soon. They have to be going for tries, don't they?
It depends what they're going to go for. I think, to be honest, a draw would probably be enough for Mayfield to win the league because they've got a much better points difference. Yeah, they've got about 120 points on us in the points difference column. So a draw would probably be enough for Mayfield. So the coaches may get that message out onto the field to the Mayfield players that actually we can take a 10-all draw and still be confident of winning the league.
So Rangers now with the ball, getting it to 40 metres. It's handy having touch judges. They can see where they are.
Yeah.
Where the ball is. It's great. Over on the right-hand side now is Rangers, getting it to 20 metres. They decide to come through the middle. Here they come out to this left-hand side, keeps the ball moving.
There's a juggle there for Max Horsfall, but he's kept hold of it.
He keeps the ball, and now here is Rangers over on this left-hand side. I think that's going to go into touch, unfortunately.
I think that's silly play from Jack McCarthy. He's
going on a cul-de-sac. He doesn't need to go down.
He is, and in these conditions, there's only one place you go in there. You're going over the touchline, and he's a big boy, Jack, and he needs to stop trying to do people on the outside and just take his carry up the middle.
So it's going to be a scrum for Mayfield.
But again, it's cheap, giving the ball away cheaply to Mayfield. We was on third tackle there in their half, and it's a chance to put more pressure on. We saw from the 3 repeat sets that we got that eventually we scored. And if we'd have done that again, we could have come away with some more points. But giving the ball away cheaply in a position that we really didn't need to, and Mayfield will have a go at us now. They've set quite wide from the scrum, so I won't be surprised to see it go.
And one thing they've been very effective. I was just about to. Oh, he's giving a penalty to Rochdale.
Stripped.
I was going to say one thing that drop off their own half.
Yeah, they are, and for the ball, Woodfield, and then gave him a penalty to give Mayfield a chance to attack.
So this tap's going to be started 40 metres from the Rangers line, and it's going to be Mayfield to drive this forward. Through the middle again they come.
Jordan Chella's always a willing runner. He's took a lot of carries forward today.
And is Connolly again brought down 25 metres from the Rangers.
We need to see Mayfield shape all their players over on that side. So Rangers defence has shuffled well for that.
One more drive through the middle, I think, before they head out to that left-hand side. They've got dangerous times there for. Oh, they decide to go through to the well one last time, don't they? Through the middle.
That was well watched by Rangers. It's a clever little play. We see most teams execute that ruck play where you turn the ball back inside, but Rangers marshalled it well.
And they go out right instead. It's good stuff here from Mayfield. Can they capitalise? Oh, he drops the ball.
I think one thing.
Oh, play on. Oh, referee.
I think one thing that I had a little word with him in training about where he should be standing in his position in any attacking it. Exactly what's made that mistake. Would have been struggling to cover it. So, what in the tally for Dan Munt there has done really well in his positioning.
So we've got another. Restarted. Now he is.
I think they're all offside there, Mayfield. They went far too early, but
referee's not interested, and it's Rangers now. Getting nearly towards 20 metres from their own try line.
Again, they've got to be offside. Yeah, he's picked it this time. He's got him for Marcus. He could have done a few penalties. Then the referee is shrugging his shoulders as if to say, "What do you want me to do?" The markers weren't square. The A, B, C defenders were all offside. So there's nothing he can do other than give a penalty in that situation.
Jordan Green, good kick from him.
That's a belting kick from Jordan Green. He's made nearly 40 metres down there. I think one of the ones we saw last week, he tried to kick it and it went 2 yards forward straight into Wigan St Jude's hands. So he'll be wanting to redeem himself for that.
A couple of
if we can get a converted try and nudge ourselves 8 points ahead, we'll
left to play here at the regional arena, and here is Rangers now. That's a nice bit of clever play there from Ben Steele.
Well watched by the Mayfield.
Brought down, getting towards 20 metres from the Mayfield line. And a good jinxing run there. Brought down. Rangers now 10 metres from the Mayfield line. What can Rangers do here? They're going out towards the right-hand side.
That's a great ball from Jordan Green. Chris Bamber's
capitalise themselves. They've gone for a kick down this right-hand side, but Tyrone Chitchase is there covering.
It's a free play there for Mayfield, so when Rangers drop the ball and make an error, Mayfield get a free play, they kick the ball downfield, and if Manchester Rangers get the ball back, we go back to the original infringement, and it's a Rochdale Mayfield scrum. I think just going back to that error there, if Chris Bamber catches that ball, it's a try for Rangers. He's got a winger in front of him, Mitch Dempsey on his outside, and he'd been wasn't to be in these conditions. Like we've said before, those long bullet passes that came from Jordan Green are very tough to catch when the ball's as wet as it is tonight.
So it's going to be a feed for Mayfield, and it's 10 metres or so from their own try line where this is starting over on the left hand side for them.
A rush set, just to pin them down in this half now. If you can get on top in these conditions, you're going to stay on top. Because
we've seen it again. They're nearly to the halfway line, and I think it's 2 tackles later that has happened.
Three.
Well, it's going to be a scrum to Manchester Rangers, and all plays Rangers' hands, this, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it looks like referee's calling out one of Mayfield's players. I think he dropped the ball there and he's got a bit of frustration. He's got up and he's give Jared Shearer a bit of a whack, so I think the referee will just have a little word.
Though, which I think the referee has been pointing at his watch, which he will take on board. Should say if Manchester Rangers ever do make League One, there will be a hooter.
There will, and the timing's a little bit different to I think most people in Manchester, it's fair to say, are used to the football timings where we have injury time and whatnot. It's not a rolling clock in rugby league, so the referee can stop his clock at any point during the game. So we don't have injury time. The referee has his own little clock there, and he'll decide when 40 minutes are up.
So it's going to be a scrum to... It's going to be Rangers, isn't it? With
it is. It's a Rangers ball.
And it's dead on the halfway line. Comes central with it. Another driving run. Oh, knee. And there's David Gooch tackled on the halfway line and dragged back into Rangers' half there. And here's Rangers again, heading out towards the left-hand side. Looked a bit of a high tackle, that one, but the referee not interested. Rangers still on the ball. And out towards the left they go. Down 30.
Made out Cameron Connolly on the floor, and he's in a lot of discomfort there.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at him.
And the referee was instant with his whistle. He is,
I think so,
trying to get up.
Even the Rangers first aid's on the pitch as well, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. He looks like he's getting a bit of the magic spray on his back, and he should be good to go. That's all it needs. Whether he probably
quite nice.
He might ask on the rest of his body. I think I might have a bit in a minute.
To be honest, I bathe in it at the moment. I'm quite cold.
We can see. Yeah.
Just to say at home, that was a joke. Don't bathe in deep heat.
No, I can imagine that would be
a really bad idea.
Quite painful on certain parts of the body.
Anyway, here is Rangers. We're back underway here.
It's good defence from Mayfield. They've watched that well. Not been put off by any of the runners coming through from Rangers, and they've just tackled Ben Steele with the ball there.
40 metres from the Mayfield line. An early kick there from Green as the rain starts to come down again. It's a light drizzle at the moment. It's that much.
There's another great one in Green. He's gone on the floor this time. Split the full-back and the wing perfectly. Neither of them knew which one to pick it up, and it gave Rangers that time to chase him down.
It's gone from fine rain to heavy rain. You'll be pleased to know, dear listener at home. So the game appears to be ending how it started, with from the ball getting to 20 metres from their own try line.
It's a sloppy play, the ball that. Yeah, he's giving knock on. I thought when he played that ball, it was bobbling all over the place, and these conditions, you need possibly be detrimental to the Rangers' chances. The 2 tries that we've seen Rangers score have been on the edges where we've worked the ball out, so in these conditions it's much harder to achieve that. It'll go back to a grind up the middle, and
that. To be fair, the packs are more or less the same size, aren't they? They're not too dissimilar.
Yeah, they're very similar, but I think Mayfield must have a bit more strength in their arsenal. They're similar sizes, but Mayfield definitely seems to have got the better of this now.
So we've got 6 minutes left to play.
Be interesting to see what's happening here. Look at Mitch Dempsey, the Rangers winger. He's right on his touchline. He's
20 metres, and you can hear that rain again. And there's a run here from I think that's Gooch.
Ruben
Holland, rather, and he's brought down 10 metres from the line. Here's Rangers now over on the right side. Here's that man Chip Chase looking for his hat trick. He's tackled though and dragged back unceremoniously to 20 metres and out towards his left.
That's Dave Gooch. Still's taking it to the line.
They're just trying their arm, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fifth tackle is up. He's just tackled on the line. And they're going to try and charge it, Rangers.
Oh, he scored, I think. Has he? What's he giving?
No, I think he's held up.
Held up.
Just.
There was a big reaction from the Rangers players there, though. It looked like they scored. I don't necessarily agree with what's happened there again. We've wasted a fifth tackle chance to.
What could he have done in that instance? Kick it out to the left-hand side?
I think the ball should have gone to Jordan Green.
See where Green was a bit of play there.
He was just on the right from, but Connor Winfield's decided to go left with his big prop Jack McCarthy, and he's just been brought down. So Mayfield coming away. Oh, there's something.
To be fair, the last 15 minutes they really have pinned them back. Mayfield, they've not been allowed out of their own half. It's been good defence from Rangers. And here's Mayfield now. They're going to go for an early kick. If
he goes right here, if he gets past that first man.
No, wisely.
That's a flop though. There's some open space for Tyrone there if he'd got past the first man, but Cole Connolly's done well to collar him and bring him down.
He was right to go down for this reason. Dragged back over the line, and good forward play there from Rochdale Mayfield.
Dan Munt's got into a tackle there, and then four Mayfield players have dragged him back over his own line. I think it was a little bit naive to go down that channel there. Where in these conditions we should be just going up the middle and trying to get forward against them.
So it's going to be a kick out. Timekeeper, the North Manchester FM clock, which is totally unofficial. We've got 4 minutes left to play here. Manchester Rangers currently 10 points to 8 up against Rochdale Mayfield A, the current league leaders.
This is key now. If Manchester Rangers can weather this storm, pardon the pun,
in more ways than one.
Yeah, it'll be. They'll stand a good chance coming away with the game. They just need to get this ball back from Mayfield.
Oh, shouts for forward there, and I think the crowd's right, to be honest.
Let's give it forward pass.
It looked forward.
Yeah, it was. I think that's where the touch judge would come in. You see the referee take a little look over to his touch judge there, and his touch judge hold his ground. Mayfield.
Well done whoever made that phone call or dropped an email.
That'd be me, Ben.
Well done, man.
But we can't celebrate too early, as I said.
No, we've got 3 minutes left to play.
3 minutes on the clock. I'd imagine that's probably up around the 7-minute mark with the stoppages that we've had so far in the game. So this set's really key. If we make an error here and invite Mayfield to attack our line, we could be in some trouble. We just need to get this ball away.
Would you kick it and
turn him? I'd kick on the third tackle personally. I'd take a couple of drives in, kick it on the third tackle, pin him down in their
20 metres now. Oh, Tyrone nearly fumbled 15 metres from his own try line.
He needs to cut back inside.
They're going to try and drag him out, but he does well. He goes for the flop again. And Rangers now with the number 14.
Jared Cheer, that is, taking it forward. Oh, that's a swinging arm. The touch judge is on, and there could be a sin bin here.
Now, this could be, if the liner saw that.
It's at least a penalty to Rangers, but there could be a sin bin coming here because I think it's Mark Biggins, is it, the number 16 for Rochdale Mayfield? Yeah. He's coming over the top with a big swinging arm into the head of the prone player, so there could be a sin bin, but they're having a good discussion about it, the touch judge and the ref.
And the referee is saying, thank you for the information.
It will result in a sin bin.
Are they getting frustrated, and is that going to spill over?
It looked like frustration from Rochdale there. I think obviously they've turned the ball over in good field with the forward pass, and just the frustrations boiled over for Biggins to give the penalty away.
Coming up to the last minute here, according to the unofficial stopwatch of North Manchester FM. And again, he's gone for it.
Big swinging arm again. Oh, and now he's giving a penalty, so we'll see. He's going to his back pocket, the referee.
It's going to be a sin binning for that man, Mark Biggins.
It's the typical, and now he's give the ref some stick, I think, as well. But it's the typical cliche of losing your head there. Mark Biggins, he's obviously sin red.
And there's no real need for it, because if the tide turns in the next 2 minutes or so, they could get a penalty.
Absolutely.
And they have an opportunity to tie, and as you said earlier, Matt, that would be enough, really.
Yeah, it would. I think. Could see ourselves getting penalised.
Now, in this instance, you go to 5, wouldn't you? And then kick. Nothing flash.
Yeah, I think so. Try and get a repeat set. If you can take 5 drives in, drop a little grubber into the in-goal area, make Rochdale take it dead, you've got another set of 6, and that should see us through to the game, really.
So we're coming up to 80 minutes on the clock here, and it's 10-8 currently to Manchester Rangers. Friday Night Rugby League ending this season on a bit of a high, to be honest with you.
Oh, we don't say that yet. There's plenty of time.
Well, whatever happens, the drama level's going to be.
I think my stomach's churning quite considerably at the moment, I've got to admit.
Well, here's Ruben Holland now doing one of those drives that we said.
He's been big today, Ruben. He's gone hard at the Mayfield defence.
Again, another driving run, this time from Horsfall.
Mayfield are putting everything into this defence now. They know it's all or nothing, and they're really going forward. Max Horsfall's got an injury there.
He's taking his time, which is his right.
Yep. They're flying off the line up towards Jack McCarthy. Now the thing is, if Manchester Rangers can get a little edge play on it and put it out the back to Tyrone Chipchase, they'll catch him.
It's not the weather for it, but they're certainly thinking about it. Jordan Green not going for a kick. He's going out to the right side.
Here's
Chipchase. He plays out to the right. They spill.
To be honest with you.
The radio, come on. Let Stu turn the camera around, then cry. It's going to be a penalty to Manchester Rangers.
I don't know whether to stand up or sit down. I'm all over the place at the moment.
Just don't swear if he blows the full-time whistle.
I'll try my best.
Please.
I'll take the...
And do nice. Rangers now another fresh set, driving it in, and that's all Rangers have to do now. But they're going out to his left-hand side. No, they decide to go through the middle.
There can't be long left on the clock, even with those stoppages now. I think we could be into the last couple of sets of the game. Rangers attacking the Mayfield line, so it's going to take something special for Mayfield.
And there's that man,
Ruben Holland.
He deserves a try, to be honest with you, the way he's performed. Now gone over the line.
I scored it.
No,
he was held up.
Held up. Of openings,
but it's winding down that clock,
making it feel like they're under the cosh, which they are, to be honest, at the moment. Rochdale Mayfield. Here is Rangers now heading out to the left.
That's a poor pass from Ben Steele, but Max Horsfall's done well. I mean, if that had gone past Max, they could have been away, Mayfield there.
And those are the margins. McCarthy driving it forward. Good stuff from McCarthy. Took 3 of them to bring him down. 18 metres.
He's getting up very ginger. Ref watch. We've still got a bit of time left in this game.
It's going to be a scrum, and Mayfield are urgently getting their pack together for this.
We must be down to the last set of the game now, I think. Time back for it, but
so crucial play here for Mayfield and for Manchester Rangers, but it's Mayfield with the feed from the scrum, 10 metres from their own try line.
it could be last play of the game with the way that things are shaping up here. It's tense, very, very tense.
Very tense.
I'd say we need to watch this Mayfield spread though. With Tyrone Chipchase dropping back to cover the kick, it leaves us one short in the line there.
The conditions aren't for catching either, we have to say. That's
no.
A very wintry evening here. Over
go.
to the right hand side.
Mayfield will break it.
Mayfield are going to go
it
for
must be the last play of the game with the kick. We need to catch
Chase
this.
is under it.
Yes, Chase. Just take the tackle. Take the tackle, Tyrone.
Oh, he drops it. Referee's going to. It's full time. Manchester Rangers have got a very, very crucial 2 points in deciding where this title goes.